Well, I was telling my grandkids the other day that I bought a station wagon, and they said, "What's a station wagon?" I thought that was kind of funny until I started talking to people that's not as old as I am, and I was surprised the amount of people that didn't know what a station wagon was. So for all you youngsters, these were the family trucksters. This is what, before minivans, this is what people with families, this is what you hauled your families around in. And they used them for, all manufacturers had them, you know, Dodge, Ford, Chevrolet, Pontiac, you know, they all had them. And they used them for camping, towing their boats, so, you know. I'm Marty Moore, owner and driver of the Hemi Express Wheel Standard. Welcome to my Hot Rod Garage. Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Marty's Hot Rod Garage. This time we have a Plymouth Belvedere 1965 Plymouth Belvedere 2 station wagon. I thought it was very interesting. I was telling my grandkids the other day that I bought a station wagon, and they didn't know what a station wagon was, which I thought, well, that's kind of odd. But then I got talking to people that's not quite as old as me, and there's a lot of people that don't know what a station wagon is. So for all you younger people, before minivans, before they came out with minivans, station wagons were the family trucksters of the day. People with families, that's what they done, was they bought station wagons. This one here is a 1965. This was my old crew chief, Kevin Fenninger, that passed away. It was his wagon, and his wife Diane is probably the sweetest lady in the world. She was gracious enough to sell me the car, and it just means a lot to me. It's very special because it was Kevin's. So my plan is for this car, and you guys, I need you to leave me comments and stuff and let me know how crazy you think I really am. I had a dually and a 38-foot T&E trailer, pretty nice rig, pretty nice setup, that I used for towing for years. Back in the day, a lot of my heroes, Bob Riggle, Dick Landy, they used wagons for their tow rigs, and that's what they towed to the track with. And you've seen them; they used them for push cars and everything else. But it was not uncommon to see these things at the track all the time. And my plan is with this thing is to make this my new tow rig. What I'm going after is for you people, when you come to the track and see me or see us at a car show, I want you to think it's 1965. So my plan is to buy an open trailer with this thing. Let me show you if I can get in here. It's a little bit better than stock. Kevin built this motor. It's a 528, and it's pretty healthy. It's a little more than stock. He put a 200 nitrous shot on it. So it's an automatic transmission. It's a 727 with a fully manual with a reverse valve body. And I don't know, you guys, that I'm hoping somebody will see this, maybe that has towed with a wagon before. This thing has cow tracks on it. See here, it's got cow tracks. So I'm going to have to change some stuff to do what I want to do with this thing. It's got 3-inch exhaust, clear out the back. So it's got a Dana in it. It's a pretty neat old ride. So I don't know, any of you guys, if your wagons are set up for towing, you know, what do you do for a hitch? You know, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I don't know if I need to bag this thing to carry the weight. I don't think air shocks are going to do it. But I don't know, I'm going to have to turn this thing down a little bit to do what I want to do with it. But leave me comments. I mean, let me know. Do you think I'm crazy for doing this? You think it's really going to be neat? I was looking at trailers the other day, and I was going to get an aluminum trailer because, you know, I want it as light as I can. And I was talking to my son, and he said, Dad, he said, why don't you just buy an older trailer, you know, period correct, you know, put some vintage wheels and tires on it. And I thought, oh, that'd probably be cool too. So, but anyhow, this is what we'll be pulling on the trailer, is the Hemi Express wheel stander. So the look that I'm going for, the wagon, this is Kevin's old wagon. It's a 1965. And the wheel stander, the Hemi Express, built by Bob Riggle, the Hearst Hemi under glass, it's a 1965. So, like I say, what I want to do is build a very period correct, you know, so if you see me pulling into track with this thing, you know, on an open trailer, you would think it was 1965. So like I say, leave me comments. I love, you know, reading the comments, and let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm an idiot for doing this? Which won't be the first time. I've done a lot of dumber stuff than this, I guess. Or do you think it's something that'll be really cool? So, all right, let me know what you think. I got some great news the other day. I picked my granddaughter up at the airport. Her husband is in the military. I want to thank all you guys in the military for serving. And anyhow, as I picked them up at the airport, they come in and they informed me that I am going to be a great-grandfather. How great is that? So anyhow, I was, while I'm working on this, it makes me think, I was talking to my son the other day. Well, not my son, some random guy. He don't like me talking about him like on my channel here. So talking to some random guy that's got 2 daughters that just got married. And so he's adjusting to having 2 son-in-laws, and the son-in-laws are adjusting to having a father-in-law. So lots of times, you know, he gives them advice and they're less than receptive. And I told him, I said, well, son, you know, very rare, not son, some random guy said, very rarely does unsolicited advice fall on welcoming ears. You know, people don't like that. I said, let me give you some parental advice. He said, okay. I said, well, how'd that make you feel? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, how'd that make you feel when I said that? You didn't ask for advice and I'm offering it. He said it was all right, but I could tell that he really didn't. So I guess what I'm saying is, lots of times, you know, you give unsolicited advice. You car guys, you understand, we've all got a buddy. Let's say you've got a car that you're running 10 seconds in, you know. You've got a buddy that's never been to the track, you know, never been down the track, but yet you're working on your car. He goes, you know what I'd do if I was you? It's like, well, no, I don't, but I'm sure you're going to tell me, so let's have it. So I guess what I'm saying is, lots of times, you know, even if you're right about something, it's how you come across with it, you know. To make people, you don't want to make people feel stupid. This, I was working on the wagon here, and reminded me of a story. Kevin and I were going to the track one day, and Kevin was driving the rig that day, and he accidentally cut a guy off. Well, when he did, instead of backing off, the guy shot the throttle to it, comes up the medium, you know, the gravel's flying and everything. He's tooting the horn and flipping us off and cussing and everything, and it's like, Kevin's like, dude, I get it, I cut you off. You're right, I'm wrong, but how far are you going to carry this? You want to wreck your car proving you're right? So I guess what I'm saying is, you know, when we're going through life, do we want to be that guy in the medium strip, you know, shooting the throttle to it and cussing and flipping people off just to prove you're right? So lots of times it's not about being right. And even if we are, let's take the time to explain why. So if somebody asks for your advice, say, well, this is what I do and this is why I would do it. So anyhow, I feel like Mike Baxter, you know, at Tim Allen show, or yeah, Tim Allen, Tim the Tool, not Tim the Tool Man, Mike Baxter, Outdoor Man. So that's Marty's Hot Rod Garage vlog. So anyhow, for what it's worth, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tell your buddies. If you like what we're doing here on the channel, leave comments, guys. We love reading them. So that's all for this time. See you next time. Have a great day.